Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope that you are doing fabulous. I am so excited to be back here with yet another video, but what makes me even more excited is this is gonna be my second video in a row. I'm not gonna be doing another one tomorrow, but I am excited about today's where I am sharing with you guys something that a fellow Reese's Pieces is going through. And this has to do with a haunted Christmas present slash doll. It's chilling, it leaves a lot of room for wondering what could be going on, and I wanted to share it with you guys because you guys have been so amazing in yesterday's video in giving advice. She reached out and said that she's reading through it all and it's so greatly appreciated. So thank you guys so much for helping out a fellow Reese's Pieces. Today's is actually, ironically enough, very Christmas themed, and I'm excited to dive into it because the minute I read it, I knew that it was something that I wanted to share with you guys. It's very in the alleyway and the lane of my channel, but at the exact same time, it's an authentic experience from one of you, and that just makes it all the more spooky. So without further ado, let's dive right on in. Before we do though, I'm going to shamelessly promo the fact that I'm uploading here every single day for the whole month, also over on my vlog channel, which is linked in the description. If you're new to my channel or you're not yet subscribed, but you do like my content, make sure you join the Reese's Pieces and end 2018 here with us because we would love nothing more than to have you. That's my shameless promo. Let's get into this spooky story. So I actually received an email from a woman by the name of Shayna who has a daughter, and she's raising her daughter completely on her own, which is just incredible in itself. And she was saying how she's never had the money any year prior to buy her daughter a really nice Christmas gift, and it's been a lot of things from like Goodwill and from thrift stores and, you know, hand-me-down toys, and she's gifted it up and tried to make it look as great and as nice as possible for her daughter. But this year, her daughter turned 10 years old, and she actually ended up getting a really nice job within the past year and a half. So she's been saving a ton of money to buy her daughter one of these dolls that basically are made to look like a real baby. Like, I will insert an example picture that she sent me here. It's not the picture of her doll because she doesn't want to send it to me in case there's something attached with it. Which I do appreciate, but I look at haunted, scary things all the time. But I really appreciate that regardless. Anyways, so this is the example picture that she sent, and I guess these dolls are super expensive. She didn't tell me how much they are, but supposedly these dolls run for really high prices, and you're able to make these dolls out of a baby that you have. So you can send in a picture of like your baby, and then they can make a doll that looks just like your baby. Now it's interesting because I've been seeing a lot of these dolls lately. There's a couple family channels that I watch on YouTube that I think they got their kids one of these dolls. So I guess they're popular this year, but nonetheless, her daughter turned 10 and she really wanted one of these baby dolls. So she'd been saving for the past year, and the baby doll just came in like 2 weeks ago. So she gets this doll and she looks at it right away, and she had it look just like her daughter's newborn photo. And it just brought so much joy to her and so much happiness to her that she just was absolutely obsessed with this doll, even though it was going to be for her daughter. And she said she really felt a great deal of pride in having been able to buy her something so extravagant this year when she wasn't able to have bought her that or even anything close to that in the years prior. So she gets the doll, and she said that she hid the doll in the top of her closet right away because she didn't want her daughter to find it, and she left the doll in the top of her closet, and that's where the doll was gonna stay until she would eventually wrap the doll up and put the doll under the tree. Now initially, she said that nothing really strange happened in the first few nights of her having this doll, until one night she woke up to what she heard was a baby's cry. Like, it sounded like the cry of a complete newborn baby, and she couldn't figure out where it was coming from until she realized it was coming from her closet. So she went to the closet thinking maybe there was some sort of a thing that you push or squeeze, or maybe the doll's meant to cry and she just didn't know it. And when she opened up the closet doors, the crying completely stopped, but when she pulled out the baby doll, she examined it top to bottom. There was nothing there for that doll to have been crying. So she couldn't understand why on earth this doll had been making crying noises. So she put the doll back up in the closet and went to sleep. A couple more nights passed, and all of a sudden she's awoke again to the crying and screaming of a baby within the closet where the doll is. So at this point, she couldn't understand what the heck was going on. She opens the closet up, the crying like subsides, she pulls the doll out, and when she looks at the doll has wet around his eyes, as if the doll had actually been crying. So at this point, she's super freaked out. She has no idea what to do. She doesn't want to get rid of the doll because it was such an expensive gift that she knows that her daughter is going to love so much. But at the same time, she knows that she distinctively heard this baby crying twice now. And when she looks at it, there's like wet around the eyes of the baby doll. But when she said that it got super creepy and she wanted to send an email in to me for me to share for you guys to give her as much advice as possible, is she had a dream. And I guess in the dream, she was in her own home. In the dream, she wakes up and she hears a baby crying down the stairs. So she goes down the stairs and reaches the bottom, and she sees her 10-year-old daughter sitting on the chair with this baby doll in her arms and looking down. Well, she starts saying to her daughter, "What are you doing? What's wrong?" And I guess in this dream, her daughter looks up at her, her eyes start bleeding, and she says, "Bet you wish you didn't give me that doll." And then all of a sudden she wakes up in her bed, and that never happened. Clearly it was a complete dream. The doll's not crying, nothing, but that's the dream that she had after those two experiences. And that is all that's happened. The baby cried twice, there was wet around the eyes that one time, and then she had this one dream. So now she doesn't know whether or not this is all like something that's going on within her own mind, if that dream was just consequence of her being freaked out by those two experiences that she has. She doesn't understand where on earth the baby's crying voice came from, and now she doesn't know if she should even give her daughter this doll. I'm so on the fence about this whole thing. I mean, it was only two experiences. I mean, you can't mistake a baby crying, and if the doll's not supposed to cry, that's odd, and why were the eyes around it wet? But the dream could definitely just be because she's frightened by this doll in general. I'm like super on the fence about it. I honestly told her, like, I don't know what to think of this. All I can think of is bringing it onto my YouTube channel, sharing it with you guys, and hoping that you guys have some sort of an explanation or reasoning or something that you could share with her that could tell her what to do. Because honestly, at this point, you guys, it's freaky, it's chilling, it's a doll that literally looks like a real baby doing this, and then she has that dream. I don't know, it's just so creepy to me. And that is basically it for today's video. Like, I know that this is so short and there's so few details, but at the exact same time, I felt like it was too chilling not to share with you guys, and I really wanted to hear your theories. So if you guys could drop your comments down below, let me know what you think of this whole thing, and hopefully we can kind of come to a conclusion of either what's going on or what we could do. I don't know, but yeah, I just can't wait to read your guys' comments. So I have a bunch of heavily researched videos coming over the next couple of days, so I'm not going to be doing any updates on these two things yet, but I definitely will. Two things, meaning yesterday's video and today's video, but I definitely will. I just want to bring you guys those heavily researched topics, so make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled for that. If you guys are new to my channel, or you're just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, join the Reese's Pieces. We would love to have you, and please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until tomorrow, I love you guys.